Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. So we're approaching the end of the year, and I've seen a lot of other YouTubers make videos about doing sort of a year-end review type of video, and I know that this year has been kind of an eventful year to say the very least, but at least let's try to preserve some semblance of normalcy by trying to keep up with some old traditions and kind of taking a step back and evaluating how far we've come, especially on this channel. So I thought that was a great idea, so let's do that. Now, a question that I always get from the community is how much money I actually make from doing YouTube, and I thought that this would be a great time to showcase that. Spoiler alert, it's not a lot, by the way, and keep in mind that I'm not trying to flex or anything like that. I know that a lot of my YouTube audience members are actually YouTube creators themselves, or at least trying to become YouTube creators. So my purpose of this video is trying to provide some motivation or some inspiration, if I can, to help you do your own YouTube channel if that's what you want to do. So anyways, enough talk, let's jump in. So I'm just gonna jump straight into it. My total income for this year was just over $1,000, and I've uploaded about 130 videos. Now those are Canadian dollars, by the way, so it's a little bit less if you're living in the US and you convert it to US dollars. But keep in mind that I started this channel back in February, so I didn't get monetized until mid-July, so it's more like half a year's worth of income. And here's a monthly breakdown of my income from this channel. Now I know December's not over yet, so that number from December will end up being a little higher than that, but it's close enough to the end of the month so that it shouldn't be that big of a difference in the end. As you can see, I've been getting some nice month-to-month revenue growth, so that's definitely a good sign. And if you're wondering why there's a huge spike on that chart that I just showed you, and why my income for November is a lot higher, well, it's because of that one video I made on AvPoint, which absolutely blew up. So I believe that is still my top earning video out of the last 28 days, and I got like over 8,000 views on that video, and I think it's approaching 9,000 views now. So that's absolutely amazing. And just to put that into reference, usually I have like less than 1,000 views on all of my videos. So the fact that that video got like almost 9,000 views is absolutely amazing. Now those are the main statistics. I do want to spend the rest of the video though talking about how I started this channel and hopefully provide some advice for aspiring YouTubers if you want to get in on this game. So first of all, let's go back to the very beginning though. So I recorded my first video for Andy's Fire Club on New Year's Day 2020, and that video is actually still up right now if you guys want to go watch it. Now I wouldn't recommend you do because the quality of that video is not very good, if I do say so myself. It's actually pretty bad. So I recorded it on an iPhone with no dedicated mic, so the audio is just coming from the onboard mic from the iPhone itself, and the lighting was also not so good because I was just like in a hotel room because I was on vacation, so like I just had to pull the lamp over, but I didn't have any dedicated lighting. So, you know, the editing was also not the best because I just literally was learning editing. Now, even though the editing was not so good, it took like a month for me just to get the very basics to be able to like put something presentable to put up on YouTube. So if you're wondering why that video was uploaded in February when I said it was recorded on New Year's Day, well, it's because I took some time to just kind of learn the basics of editing before I actually uploaded the video. You know, when I uploaded the video, I made a commitment to myself though. So I said to myself for the first year, so from February 2020 to February 2021, I'm not gonna care about getting views or getting popular at all. So this means that for the first year my YouTube channel is going, I don't care if I upload a video and no one watches it. So I'm just gonna consistently upload for a year and then evaluate after a year. I started this in February, so we're actually, as you might have noticed, we're still in that phase right now, so that applies to this video as well. So I don't care if not a single person watches this video. If you do, please hit the like button because it helps out with the algorithm, but you don't have to, right? So I don't really care if this video doesn't get any views at all. And the purpose of making that commitment, and my point that I'm trying to make, is that if you're starting YouTube, that's the kind of commitment that you need, right? So a lot of people, when they start YouTube, they quit after a while, and the reason is because they think that, oh, their videos are not catching on fast enough. Whereas the a problem. It's just maybe that they just didn't give it enough time. So by committing to ignore the results for a year, I can just remove that kind of performance pressure and just focus on consistency. So if after a year you're still getting like less than 100 views per video, well then maybe you're actually doing something wrong. So that's the first piece of advice I have for aspiring YouTubers, or not even YouTube, just doing anything in real life actually. So it's just focus on consistency at the beginning rather than being like the absolute best for everything, right? So that's my advice. And you know, running for 20 minutes every day is better than running like 3 hours once. So that's my advice. And second piece of advice is just as important in my opinion, and I feel like this is one of the most valuable thing that someone has told me. So I didn't invent this, I forget where I heard this, but the second piece of advice is just start. So whatever you're doing, again, this can apply to non-YouTube related things as well. Any project you want to do, just start. So face it, whatever you're gonna try in your first attempt is gonna suck no matter what, okay? So even if I had all the best camera equipment, all the professional mics, and all the best video editing software, because of my lack of skill at the time when I first started the YouTube channel, my first video probably would have sucked anyways, right? So if I focus on the end result right at the beginning and I wanted to perform and make like a really good video right from the beginning, well, I'm probably gonna disappoint myself because I didn't know how to use any of this stuff anyways. So just accept the fact that your first attempt at anything, being YouTube or anything else, is gonna suck. But just do it. You know the Nike slogan, you know the Nike to make the shoes. So anyways, doing something is better than doing nothing. So that's the second thing. And now the third thing, which is the first while of doing YouTube is also gonna suck. Okay, so you're basically just working for free for a really long time, and even after you get monetized, as you can see, I'm not actually making that much money from this YouTube channel. I'm getting paid like next to nothing. Okay, so going back to the YouTube revenue chart that I showed you, I made about $1,000 for 6 months worth of YouTube, and I worked about maybe 20 hours a week doing this channel and making videos for you guys. So assuming 4 weeks a month, that's 24 weeks. So that's about 480 hours for like 6 months. So that works about to be, you know, $2 an hour if you do the math. So minimum wage here in Ontario is about $14 per hour, by the way. So yeah, the final thing I have to say is just be realistic with your expectations. Now with that being said though, what are some of my plans for this channel going forward in the new year, in the future? So I have a feeling 2021 is going to be a huge year for this channel, or at the very least I have faith that this channel will grow a lot in 2021. So what is my next steps, or what are my plans for this channel? Well, a lot of people have suggested that I start a Patreon, and yes, that's definitely on the list of things to do. But the reason why I haven't started it just yet is because I feel like at this very moment, I haven't been able to think of something that is tremendously more valuable that I can bring to my Patreon subscribers if I were to start a Patreon. Like, it's one thing to ask people to watch me for free, it's a totally different thing if people are paying a subscription fee or something like that to watch me, right? So I want to make sure that if you're paying for, let's say, a Patreon subscriptionship to watch me, then I would provide something valuable to you that would actually make it worthwhile. Otherwise, I'd rather just not do it. So I'd rather not do it than half-ass it, you know what I mean, right? So secondly, people have been asking me to start a Discord server where members of our community can talk about stocks. And I also think that this is a great idea, and I would totally love to implement something like this in the future, and it's definitely something that's on the radar. It's just that right now there's a lot of stuff going on in my life right now, so I'm a bit short on time. But yeah, definitely I'd be willing to work on this in the future. So other things, people have asked me to begin like selling merch, starting a podcast even. I know there's so many things I want to do for this channel, okay? So the things I want to do for this channel are like I have like a whole list of things that I want to do, but I swear I'm not ignoring you. That will be like implemented at some point in the future, so stay tuned. That's all I'm asking for, okay? 2021 is gonna be a great year, mark my words. Okay, so I'll leave the video here, and I'll try to squeeze one more video in for 2020. Yeah, if it gets delayed and I don't see you guys again until next year, Happy New Year, and yeah, I'll leave the video here. Be sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed the video, and consider subscribing if you like this series. Be sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links down below in the description as always. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye!